Hello, everybody. This is AG here, and welcome to the Chicagoland Speedway here in Joliet, Illinois. It's the 11th race of the season in the 2023 Haas IndyCar Series. This is Honda Indy Chicago. We got 52 laps of action around this mile-and-a-half racetrack here tonight, and it's going to be a wild, wild race. Of course, tomorrow night, the Wawa Cup Series comes here for the Sirius XM 400. We're all excited about that. And I'm alongside the driver who is going to be in that race tomorrow, Matt Tuck. Of course, Matt, you ran in the Indianapolis 250 earlier this season. And this is a super speed which plays out very similarly to an extent. But we've seen a lot of road course racing so far this season. Not many speedway races. We're going to have a couple of these coming up. We got this. We got Michigan coming up. We got Pocono. You need to be good on these ovals because we only have 6 races left to go. And 4 of them are on the ovals. Only 2 other road course races. And they're both at Watkins Glen. So my question to you, Matt. What do these guys need to do here tonight to be good on the oval, have a good pit stop, and go to victory lane here in Honda Indy Chicago?
I mean, today it's all about being there when it matters the most, being there up front at the end of this race. As we see a lot with these IndyCar races on the high bank ovals, you see, a lot of the early part of the race can be a cycle race. So it really makes the latter half of this race, getting yourself into position late in the going, staying out of trouble, and I feel pretty confident we're going to see a little bit of chaos here tonight. Stay out of trouble and keep yourself up front or in position to be up front at the end of this race, and you will find success here.
It's going to be interesting to see if we do end up with any chaos or not. But the thing about this track here at the Chicagoland Speedway, just like we saw at Kansas earlier on in the season, these guys do spread out a little bit, and once we get to that later part, especially after the cycle of pit stops, we could be seeing leads up to 5-6 seconds if you do it correctly. But still going to be a very high-paced race, high-speed race at that. These guys averaging around 24 seconds a lap and well over 200 miles an hour, and this is a very tight mile-and-a-half racetrack for these guys, so it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very interesting to see who gets it done. Qualifying was, as we're going to say, rained out. Christian Vargas will still get a bonus point towards the championship as he is the pole sitter. We'll try to return to qualifying once we get to Pikes Peak in July. Just never had the time to record qualifying for this race. But regardless of the fact, we're lined up for this one. And Vargas, who actually started on the pole for the Indianapolis 250, starts on the pole here tonight, but he's not been doing too well in the points. 20th in the points standings coming into this race. It's still Luna Lona up top the points there in the 00. She's got a 20-point lead on Aaron Abel, who is yet to go to victory lane this season. Chris Reynolds, our last winner, got the win at Road America a couple weeks ago. He's 31 points behind. Brad Stover, the Lime Rock winner. Last time you were in the booth for an IndyCar race, Matt. 52 points behind for Stover. And then Jay Knapp, who had an excellent run in the Indy 250, 53 points behind coming into tonight's event. Whereas Aaron Abel starts 5th here tonight. And then you got Chris Reynolds there on the outside lane starting in 12th. Luna Lona starting on the outside lane in the 18th position. And then Jay Knapp starting in the 24th position. Brad Stover in the 49, also on the outside lane, starting 14th. So it's going to be interesting to see if any of those guys find themselves up front at some point in this race, or if they're going to be mired back in the field and someone new will go to victory lane here tonight in Honda Indy Chicago. We'll go ahead and get these guys to roll off here from the Chicagoland Speedway. And like we mentioned, Christian Vargas leading us to the green flag alongside Zachary Fitzwater in the number 81. Fitzwater comes into this race 25th in points, and I know he would love to go to victory lane. He, along with Nicholas Amedeo, the only 2 drivers who have won in every year of competition coming into this year, but neither of them have gone to victory lane yet in 2023. Fitzwater could change that for himself here tonight, a possible race victory. Bradley Bradshaw and Roy Rippleton in row number 2. There's Aaron Abel to the inside of Lana Smith Jr. You got Trey Smith and the 3 machine of Caleb Rose. And then you got Ace Garcia and Thomas Troxel making up row number 5. Matt, a lot of strong drivers up front here tonight in Honda Indy Chicago. Who do you think is going to get it done here in this 52-lap race?
Well, it's going to be a very exciting race here tonight. Who I think is going to get it done, I have absolutely no idea. So I'm going to pick a Grattan Autosport driver. And I'm going to say Justin Zeidel is going to continue his winning ways, and he's going to score a victory here tonight.
Of course, he won the Cup Series at Road America a couple of weeks ago. won the opening race of the season, the California 100 at Auto Club. And hey, this track has a little bit of similarity to Auto Club. That's the nice thing about all the ovals in the Haas IndyCar Series. Each one has its own personality, and boy, does this one have personality. We're going to see that tonight. We're going to see it tomorrow night. Here we go. Green flag in the air for Honda Indy Chicago. Everybody clean off the exit of turn number 1. Bradley Bradshaw will lead lap number 1 here at Chicagoland. Aaron Abel up to second. Here comes Ace Garcia, and Abel looking to the inside for the race lead.
A lot like we saw in the Wawa Sprint Series, that bottom line is very important here around this racetrack, especially more so in these high downforce. Absolutely wicked.
Come guys.
Oh, goodness.
Tap the outside wall. That was Bradley Bradshaw, and I think Vargas did as well. So we're 3 wide for second as Abel out front. He's got a bonus point towards the championship, and he's 20 points behind our points leader coming into this race. Now, there will be a cycle of pit stops here tonight as well. Expect that around lap 40, I do believe. So a bit of a late stop for these guys here tonight, but they will have to come down before the end of this event. Couple more guys. That was tight back in there with Noah Clifton and Cole Raymond. Or no, excuse me, Brad Stover. The teammates there at DM Motorsports.
Teammates getting a little too feisty here early on in the going, and a little far in the back of the pack to be doing that, in my opinion. But what do I know? I only qualified for the Indy 250 barely. Oh my, that turn 4 sling is just turning into a turn 4 rocket ship into the wall for a lot of these guys on the high side here. And I don't know how some of these guys are still going. That is a big hit there off the outside wall.
Definitely a lot of issues coming off the exit of that corner. These guys lose the grip, and these guys averaging over 200 miles an hour here at the Chicagoland Speedway. You got to be careful off that outside lane. Watch out for Angel Oliveira right there. Just comes so close. Jay Knappen, 25, and John Stewart did it right there as Bradley Bradshaw moves back to the inside of Aaron Abel for the top position. Here comes John Andrews in the 21 machine with Logan Williams. Logan Williams, I believe, is the defending winner of this race here at Chicagoland. And, of course, won the last Wawa Cup Series race that we had. As around goes John Andrews, and Angel Oliveira riding the wall off the exit at turn 4. And I don't think, yep, caution's out. Wow, that was close. That was tight right there, and that could have been a lot worse than what it was. But again, another issue for John Andrews here in the Haas IndyCar Series. Of course, almost, and probably should have won the race at COTA back in March. Got taken out in that one by Caleb Rose, and then getting caught up there with Caleb Rose's teammate of Angel Oliveira there in turn number 4.
Oh boy, Angel Oliveira just went on the ride of his life.
That's probably going to take him out, unfortunately. You see the smoke trailing that number 1 machine. I'd imagine John Andrews also going to be knocked out. Cole Raymond coming down the pit lane. But window not open for these guys to make it to the end. Of course, the race leader is still waiting to catch the pace car here. Bradley Bradshaw is your race leader. Won the race back to the line. We got his teammate there at American Motorsports, Logan Williams, in second, with Aaron Abel, 27 of Ace Garcia, and Trey Smith in the 79. And you see the number 1 there of Angel Oliveira. His day will be done for Trackhouse Racing, and I believe, Cole Raymond's still there, but I think they're going to try to do some repairs on John Andrews. That could have been so much worse than what it ended up being. Thankfully, it only took out 2 cars, but we're going to have ourselves a restart. We'll get to that once we review the accident here in Honda Indy Chicago, the 11th race of the season in the Haas IndyCar Series 2023. Well, you're going to see right here Logan Williams peeking to the inside there of John Andrews. And of course, if you're Ali Era, you're not a big fan of the moves Logan Williams has been making as of late, but no contact there, unlike the Nashville incident. But Angel Oliveira and John Andrews kind of got into each other there. Just not enough room for either of them, and Oliveira riding the wall. Thankfully, it was just the 2 of them. No one else caught up in this accident except Oliveira. and John Andrews, and you're going to see Oliveira come in here. Kind of a interesting little shot right there that we got. But it's going to knock out Angel Oliveira. John Andrews going to remain on the lead lap, though. He is going to be a bit slow, I do believe, from this crash.
Well, watch this ride. Angel Oliveira's about to go on. See, John Andrews goes up. He goes up. And then Angel Oliveira goes very up. Luckily, that car did stay in one position. But fortunately, it's going to end his race here prematurely, as there's no way that car is going to rebound here from a wall ride. Tough break for him, tough break for John Andrews, and we'll be back here on American Motorsports 1-2 here at the Chicagoland Speedway.
We'll get back to racing here early on here in Honda Indy Chicago. Bradley Bradshaw out front here at the Chicagoland Speedway. We're back here at the Chicagoland Speedway on a Thursday night here for the Haas IndyCar Series, Honda Indy Chicago, and only 6 races remain until we crown a champion. Of course, Luna Lona, our points leader coming into this race, she's currently 14th. Aaron Abel is 3rd right now, 2nd in the points. But it's looking to shape up a little bit there between Luna Lona, Aaron Abel, and Chris Reynolds for this championship. But, hey, last year Brian Rodriguez came out of nowhere to win the title. Who knows, we could see someone like Justin Zeidel or Cole Raymond sneak their way up there in the point standings in these last 6 races. Bradley Bradshaw leads the field in the 34. Then it's Logan Williams right behind him. Aaron Abel, Ace Garcia, and Trey Smith. Everybody is on the lead lap except for Angel Oliveira, who is out of the race because of the accident. Back underway, lap 11 of 52 here at Chicagoland Speedway. And all over the place right there. Logan Williams was peeking to the outside there on Bradley Bradshaw and then found his way to the inside. Looks like he's going to take the lead away right here.
Found that Mach 10 down the back straightaway to get around Mr. Bradshaw here. The American. Oh my god.
What on earth? Ace Garcia, and I think that was Thomas Troxel, almost took each other out. Ace Garcia, what a save out of that 27 machine.
That was up there for maybe the save of the year here, as we see the 79 now going for the lead. See the 2 American Motorsports cars took their turn for the lead, and now it looks as your 2 cars are going to take their turn for the lead here, as the teammates are just equally taking turns here tonight leading this race.
Yeah, no doubt about it. How about that? Trey Smith and Chris Reynolds, 1-2 right now. They started front row, and they almost finished 1-2 at Road America before Trey Smith took himself out. Meanwhile, look at this guy. Nicholas Samadillo started dead last for this race, and now he's in the 5th or 4th position as Logan Williams looks to the inside of Chris Reynolds there for the 2nd position. And he's got a good run on the inside, may take it away from Trey Smith, but these guys are getting insane runs, and the way these guys race in the IndyCars is so much different than what we're going to see tomorrow night in the Cup Series. But let me tell you, this is some fun stuff here in Honda Indy Chicago.
And we're seeing it start to get spread out, too. You still obviously see that pack from, I would say, about 9/10 on back. But this front group of the field is really starting to break away a little bit. We're seeing this top 5 be able to race each other. And then it's about another 5-6 cars, and then another 5-6 cars. And that's always a good thing with these cars, when they can get a little bit more space and they can just race one-on-one with each other. You see a guy will be able to lead for a while. Guys can also just use the track position plays into a battle, and it just really plays into some great racing here and some great passing. None other really, Sam Badillo, just the king of the passing so far here, though, as he's moved up so far.
22 positions in this race, and most of that, I think, has just been on the racetrack, not because of the caution or the wreck that occurred. Luna Lona was up there, but she kind of lost a little bit of ground right there, and Fitzwater got to the inside of him. Tanner Parton in the 24. I know he's got a chip on his shoulder after just barely missing the chase over in the Wall Cup Series. Meanwhile, the guy who won that race in Nashville, looking to get the race lead away from Trey Smith. Logan Williams back to the inside, going to take it away. Sam Badillo looking here on Chris Reynolds. And more 3 wide. Brad Stover coming up to the field. Eric Drew. So many guys shuffling throughout this field right now. It's definitely a lot of cycling, but it's not in a pack. But once we get that cycle of pit stops, these guys are definitely going to file through, as Nicholas Samadillo takes 2nd away from Trey Smith. He's got Tanner Parton helping him out there on the inside lane. And then Luna Lona back on the inside lane as well. Watch out for her. These guys putting on a show here tonight at Chicagoland. But Logan Williams once again in a comfortable position here in the Haas IndyCar Series at Chicagoland, leading this field on lap 19.
And if you're someone like Luna Lona here, this is where you have to really start racing smartly here, because there's a lot of drivers around here who aren't in contention for the championship. Logan Williams actually could close in quite a bit here tonight. You have a lot of drivers who are not in contention or have a real shot that this could be their last. Oh my goodness, Chris Reynolds there, another wall tapper.
Seeing a lot of that here tonight. Yeah, they are able there, moving to the inside, and then also Ace Garcia taking advantage of that. And now they're starting to get a little more single file up front here.
This will be interesting to see too. I wonder how much do you think the tire fall off here will play into effect if we see anybody attempt to undercut, say, Samadillo, Logan Williams, or any of these top four?
It's possible. These guys absolutely need the tires to get around this place at over 200 miles an hour. But we're going to have to see if anyone does, in fact, go with the undercut here and try to stretch it. Of course, I think Nicholas Samadillo last year tried an overcut, but that did not work out for him. But he's in a position right now where he can actually just outright take this lead away from Logan Williams. But Luna Lona, definitely one of the quicker drivers, and she also has a chip on her shoulder. Missed the chase over in the Wawa Sprint Series and just barely missed out in that one. But a good run for her here tonight as Eric Drew makes a move to the inside of her right there. And your pick to win this race and your teammate there over in the Wawa Cup Series at Grafton Autosport. That is Justin Zaidel looking to get a second win of the season here in the Haas IndyCar Series to the inside of the 00. Comes into this race 9th in the championship standings. Meanwhile, Logan Williams comes in 7th, and good runs for both of these drivers, trying to gain as many points as they can on Luna Lona here tonight at the Chicagoland Speedway. But Nicholas Samadillo, Mr. Edge, I mentioned at the top of the show that he, along with Zachary Fitzwater, the two drivers who have won in every year of competition on the channel, neither of them have won a race in either the Cup Series or this series so far this year. And Nicholas Samadillo may keep that streak alive here tonight if he can pull it off here. Of course, he's had so many great runs over in the Wawa Cup Series. Heck, he may even win tomorrow night. It's just how good he's been running there for Appalachian Motorsports. But good opportunity for him to finally get another win here in the Haas IndyCar Series. Hasn't been a good season for him. He's 13th in the standings, 95 behind. And still not mathematically out of the championship yet, but a good run for him and his teammate, who's now up to 3rd.
And if I remember correctly, Zaidel was somewhere outside of the top 20 starting this race. So we've now seen both of the Grafton Autosport teammates here been able to move up a significant amount of positions here. And a lot of this is on merit, too. It's not like they've, just took advantage of a wild pit cycle and found their way up front. These two machines are absolutely tearing it up here tonight. And Zaidel's now going to go for the move on his teammate. He's looking to go for another win here on the channel. It should be his second in the past couple of weeks.
He's got the big win in Road America over in the Wawa Cup Series. A great race over there. And maybe him running in the IndyCar Series helped him out a little bit in the Cup Series. And maybe that'll be the case for some guys like Nicholas Samadillo and Logan Williams. Of course, Samadillo in the chase for the Wawa Cup Series. Of course, he's kind of out of contention here. Not out of contention all the way in the IndyCar Series. Of course, with a win here tonight, he'd definitely move a little bit closer, but Luna Lona is right ahead of him right now, and Lona's going for second there on Zaidel. But Logan Williams has done an excellent job here, holding these guys off in this 38 machine, trying to get his first win of the season. And like I mentioned, I do believe he won this race last year as well, so Logan knows how to get it done here at the Chicagoland Speedway, and heck, this is almost a home race for him, not too far from this racetrack. But Luna Lona trying to get her second win of the season, trying to extend that points lead. She's in a great position right now, running in that second position. The Samadillo got shuffled out of line by Eric Drew and Trey Smith, Brad Stover, and Zachary Fitzwater coming on that inside lane.
Now Samadillo just got to be really careful here not to hit the turn 4 sling and end up in the outside wall. Almost there. Great save, though, and great piece of driving by Samadillo. You see Trey Smith, Brad Stover, and a bunch of other people getting down to the inside of Samadillo. This is where Samadillo is going to have to find his way to get to the bottom of the racetrack and start working back up front. But up front, the top four have really started to settle down here a little bit. Logan Williams just getting to ride that air stick.
Oh no, Trey Smith and Sam Adeo. Oh my! They saved it. They saved it. How about that?
Move over, Ace Garcia. We just found the new save of the year.
This has been, I mean, I'm surprised, and I'm pleasantly surprised, and I should watch what I say here as they get through turn 4 again. Pleasantly surprised we've only had the one incident here tonight, but my goodness, these guys have come close so many times as Idell looking to the inside of Luna Lona now. I think at this point, the tire wear coming into effect, it's difficult to make a move. I don't think it necessarily affects the speed too much as long as they run a certain line, but the maneuverability of these guys is much lower than what it was at the start of the race. So that's why you see these guys spread out a little bit and don't see quite as much passing. I think that's played into Logan Williams' favor as Luna Lona got shuffled out of line. You see right there, Eric Drew got around, and then Brad Stover got around, and of course Seidel trying to close in here on Williams. And now they're kind of single file through the majority of the field. I do hear John Andrews there, who is, I don't think he's going to quite get in the way before these guys come down the pit lane, and he is running relatively fast, so we'll have to see how that affects our race leaders, but Luna Lona there lost a lot of ground. Trey Smith and Nicholas Samadio, now that they've recollected their thoughts after that moment, they're trying to move their way back through the field.
Yeah, that was a moment of all time, and that was certainly one of the saves that you'll ever see here. See Samadio to the inside of Stover. And this is where I think a lot of these drivers, but they're seeing them starting to single file out here. I would imagine we're probably inside of a few laps here to see pit stops again. Because we see not everybody's going for it as much as they were earlier in this race. Makes you wonder if everybody's starting to just play nice here for a couple laps. So that way they can get on and off pit road here. And is there a slow car coming up ahead?
Yeah, John Andrews, like we mentioned. Not sure if he's going to really get in the way or not here. I mean, the cycle will probably begin here in just a couple of laps. And you see these guys kind of just spreading out. They're in a good position to begin that cycle right now where they don't really have to contend with each other too much. And they are single file pretty much throughout the entire field right now. So we may see a couple guys peek down. Here we go. Trey Smith and our race leader Logan Williams is also down. And the thing these guys have to be careful about, if the caution comes out while they're down the pit lane, that does it. I think undercutting is what you want to do. And I think Logan Williams has the right strategy. Of course, if my memory serves me correctly, I believe he won this race last year. I should have researched that before I started this, shouldn't I? Gonna give the lead over to Seidel. Oh boy, that was close there between Fitzwater and Tanner Parton, and Ace Garcia jamming up these guys here, but they keep it together for now. I always get nervous when we have a cycle like this because if you get a wreck, that's going to really mess up a lot of guys, and Logan Williams does not deserve that based on the very strong run he has had so far in this race.
Yeah, we'll see if Logan Williams is going to have any time be able to overcome that here. Trey Smith gets out second on pit road. He's going to be out in front of the 97. And then another car whose number I couldn't tell there.
I think it was Caleb Rose in the 3, but they are a little ways behind. And we had a second set of guys here. Tanner Parton. And the 75 of Chris Reynolds here. Here comes Logan Williams in the 38, and he is going to get around both of those guys. And I think the only guys who really are going to have any chance may be Seidel and Eric Drew, but even those guys, I think the overcut's not going to work in their favor. And then John Andrews is going to peek out in front of them, which is going to make it even worse. And here we go. Here comes Logan Williams as Chris Reynolds and Trey Smith get out right on each other there. And it's going to be close, but that 38 has all the speed right now. Now, so going to be 10 laps to go in this race, and Seidel can definitely peak back up to speed. You got Luna Lona falling back quite a bit there with Samadio, and the undercut, absolutely what you want to do here at the Chicagoland Speedway, at least in the open wheel machine, as you can see, absolutely playing in the 38's favor. Should I say Cole Raymond? Keep in mind, Cole Raymond's actually still the race leader. He's got everyone a lap down right now. He came down.
Did he come down?
Lap 6. He came down that first caution there, so he can stretch it a little bit. And if a caution were to come out right now, he would steal his 3rd win of the season. And this is something that I think happened last year with Nicholas Sambadio. He tried stretching in, and he just couldn't hold on to it. But it's going to be interesting to see if he can, in fact, hold on to it. Going to be interesting to see if Zaidel and Eric Drew can close in on Logan Williams, because assuming this race plays out under green the rest of the way through, that is going to be for the race victory. But Cole Raymond still out front. Oh, Zaidel on the outside walls. Eric Drew gets around him right there in the 52. Looking to close in here for his 1st win of the season.
I think Eric Drew and Zaidel are going to have to work together a little bit if they're going to want to chase down Logan Williams, because Logan Williams has built himself a big gap here. But now this is where you put on your crew chief hat. If you pit on about lap 6 and you restart about lap 10.
Oh, woohoo!
Ooh.
John Andrews, Chris Reynolds, and Nicholas Sambadio. Andrews almost lost it there off the exit. And Zaidel falling back there. That 23 has just lost it. He's not up to speed here with some of these other guys.
You put on this crew chief hat. This is going to be a stretch for Cole Raymond. He's going to be. I think he's going to run out of fuel about 2 laps short unless we get a caution. Oh, did I jinx it?
We're still green.
Still green. If we get another caution, like you said, this is going to play out absolutely beautifully for Cole Raymond. But if we don't, he's going to need an Alexander Rossi type moment here to fuel save enough to get around for these final couple of laps, because I think he's going to run out just a few laps short. But I mean, he has the buffer too as well. He's coming
down here, so that's going to be it. So Eric Drew and Tanner Parton continue the battle for what will now be 2nd, and Logan Williams just has a clean racetrack ahead of him. And it's looking pretty good for Logan Williams to go back-to-back at Chicago. Parton in the outside. Well, how about this guy, Jay Knapp, up to 5th? Actually, now 4th, I should say, in the 98 machine, and he's looking there on Tanner Parton. Nicholas Sambadio rebounded a little bit right there. He is now in the 5th position. And Eric Drew trying to close in. You know, these guys might have a shot. Next time by, it'll be lap 47 of 52 for Logan Williams. If they can get in a single file line, they're going to have a chance to get to Logan Williams before the race is done. So it's 6 laps to go now for Logan Williams. Got about 1.2 seconds now on Eric Drew for the race lead. Jay Knapp coming really quick. Oh, here we go. Cole Raymond pulled out quite a bit there, but he's going to get passed by the 38 machine. And Logan Williams out front, officially in the 38 with 5 laps to go. But Cole Raymond up to 2nd there. That strategy worked out a little bit for him.
Yeah, that strategy didn't exactly backfire. If he's going to be up here within 0.6 of a second of the leaders with 5 to go, I mean, he's going to have to fight with this entire pack. But this pack is starting to close in on Logan Williams. I don't know if Logan's going to have enough. He's going to have to, I think, fight for this one. 300s down that lap, but you can see the gap on track just slowly starting to close in. Do they have enough with 4 to go? I think this pack absolutely does.
Absolutely. If they stay in a single file line, they're going to catch him. Oh boy, but they don't want to stay in the single file line. They want to be the one who catches Logan Williams. Eric Drew looking for 2nd, and they are there. It's 3 to go here at Chicagoland for Logan Williams, and Nicholas Sambadio going to go 3 wide for 2nd. Oh, I don't know if he's going to have enough grip on the inside to really make that pass stick, but he's still going to be in contention for this race win. Eric Drew trying to close in. And this 52 for Ryan Durrani Incorporated may have an opportunity. Sambadio up to 3rd now in the 5. He's worked his way from the back a couple times here tonight, and he may get the race victory. Looking to the inside for 2nd. Williams still out front, but Sambadio's going to have a good run here off the exit of turn 2. Look at that.
He almost got 2.
He's got the inside. He's got the inside here. Coming to the white flag in Honda Indy Chicago. How about that for Nicholas Sambadio? Will he hold on this last lap?
It is going to take a miracle from Logan Williams here. Sambadio through 1 and 2. Logan Williams is just stalking him here. warm up the photo finish cameras. I think we're going to see a close one here.
Well, if it's going to be close, I think Samedio's going to have the advantage, but Williams to the inside. Here we go. Side by side, coming to the line. It's Mr. Edge who edges out Logan Williams for the Honda Indy Chicago win from last to first for Nicholas Samedio at Chicagoland. How about that?
Technically, I was right. I did say a Grattan Autosport car would win.
You did say that. You did say that. It's Stuart Grattan, the owner of this team. And, that feels good. It's been a while since he's won on the channel. I think it was a sprint race for the Pro Series last year, the last time Nicholas Samedio. Actually, you know what? He won Portland last year. I take that back. He won Portland in the Haas IndyCar Series in September last year. That was his last win. But, oh yes, Nicholas Samedio just barely winning this race here in the Haas IndyCar Series. I got a feel for Logan there because he was the dominant driver of this race, bar none. He was the best driver, and then Nicholas Samedio was like, we'll go ahead and take it away from you. He led 2 laps in this race. And 2/100ths of a second. That's not the closest finish Nicholas Samedio has won, but hey, it's pretty close for him. And yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. We call him Mr. Edge. You know, that first win that he had just immortalized on the channel, and it's fitting that he has another photo finish here once again. And now, just as I was mentioning earlier on, Nicholas Samedio has now won every single year of competition on the channel, and he is the first to do so. Fitzwater can still do so, but how about that? That's 9 straight years for Nicholas Samedio, a race victory on this channel. Absolutely incredible. Logan Williams almost had it, but he will gain a little bit of ground there on Luna Lone, especially considering how many laps he led here tonight. Tanner Parton as well, a driver who is 12th in points, still has an opportunity. Heck, Nicholas Samedio kind of does as well. But Lona is finishing 6th. She's going to have a good opportunity at getting this championship this season, but what a race, Matt. But some thoughts on that one, and what do you expect to see tomorrow night, considering what you saw here tonight in the Haas IndyCar Series?
I mean, what I expect tomorrow night, just a Grattan Autosport one, too. I mean, I can't say that. I mean, we saw, Logan Williams had what looked like a comfortable lead, and then Cole Raymond looked like he was going to pull something out of his you-know-what magic hat. And it almost to his credit to be able to go from leading on an alternate street to still get a top 10, an impressive showing for him. But you also see the 00 Aluna Lona able to just stick around there in the top 10 all race, not do anything stupid to jeopardize her point lead. And you do got to feel for Logan Williams, but end of the day, I mean, he gave it absolutely everything there on his last lap. And Nicholas Samedio, I mean, we talk about how easy passing can be sometimes on big ovals of these Indy cars, but no matter what way you cut it, a last to first is always impressive feat to pull off in this style of ratings at NR. So a very impressive victory for him here tonight.
No doubt about it. It definitely kind of came out of nowhere. That's how a lot of his wins are in the Haas IndyCar Series. They just kind of come out of nowhere. Like, there he is, he won. I don't know, other than maybe Portland. And even Portland last year, I don't think he was actually, the dominant guy in that race. I think he ended up getting the benefit of Jesse Turner having issues in that one. So many of Samedio's wins have actually just been, non-dominant races, at least in the Haas IndyCar Series. And, it's just fascinating. He fascinates me. I don't know. In terms of NR racing, to put it the least. But that's his 24th career win on the channel, by the way. And he's going to tie... I think he's going to tie Jesse Turner there for that mark. I just did the wins list earlier today, and I cannot remember who's got. I know Fitzwater's number 1. I know Turner's number 2, and I know Samedio is number 3. And I think they were only off by 1. I think Samedio actually may be tied with Turner, and I think Fitzwater is 2 ahead of both of them now. Fitzy's at 26, and then Turner and Samedio both at 24. But Samedio got it done here tonight. And once again, a winner in the Haas IndyCar Series for Mr. Edge. And what a win it was as he edged out Logan Williams for the race victory. Well, tomorrow night, we got another great one here from Chicagoland. The Sirius XM 400 That's going to be fun to open up the chase for the Wawa Cup Series. You're going to be a part of that, Matt, and going to be a lot of fun to see who wins the Wawa Cup Series title. Of course, it's going to be a lot of fun to see who wins the title here in the Haas IndyCar Series. Only 5 races left to go. And next time out, we're going to be at Pikes Peak in the middle of July 17th, for the Colorado 100K, I believe. That's what I called it. I think that's what it is, but it's a 63-lap race there at Pikes Peak. We've always gone there, and that's going to be a lot of fun there for the 12th race of the season here in the Haas IndyCar Series, and do anticipate having qualifying back. But qualifying didn't mean anything here because the guy who started last won the race, so we picked a good race not to do qualifying. Let's put it that way. Huge congratulations to Nicholas Amadio for getting it done here in Honda Indy Chicago. Here are the point standings for the Haas IndyCar Series after 11 races. And on behalf of Matt Tuck, we will see you guys in a couple of weeks from the Pikes Peak International Raceway in the Colorado 100K. See you guys tomorrow night as well for the Sirius XM 400 here from Chicagoland. And yeah, that's all I got. Congratulations to Nicholas Amadio, and I will see you guys later.